What's something that people turn into their whole personality? Being a mom. Not to disrespect any moms on this sub, but I often see them on social media bragging about what their baby did today and giving the vibe of my child is 3 months old and already can run and speak fluently. Geez, we get it, your child is awesome and we are just a bunch of peasants. They are only talking about their child. In some cases, there are women who really love their child but others see them as a way to get attention. Please don't misinterpret anything. I can think of several things. Veganism. Vegetarianism. Being a do-gooder. Being a social media influencer. I see influencers as different from content creators. Souped up cars. Running. Trumpism. Progressive politics. Their city in the US, this applies most to rabid hometown sports fans, found most commonly in the Northeast, the Midwest, and in Hispanic communities. Texas, becoming the host family for high school kids. I had a former neighbor do this and would not shut up about how great it was and was always trying to get me to become one. I have no kids and enjoy adult beverages in my free time, this just never seemed to resonate with her. Also got sick of hearing about their corny ass trips to Disneyland and Costco as if this was the end all be all in life. Cars. And I say this as somebody who legit loves cars and working on them. But I have other hobbies and interests and shit to do. I know so many people who all they do is talk about cars, and they spend every cent they have on their cars, and they spend all of their extra time working on cars or going to car shows or meets. When they make a joke, it's usually about cars. Guns. I own a gun. I buy ammo and practice with targets at a range. Then I go home, clean it and put it away until next time. I don't understand the people I run into with their trucks always lifted F-150s covered in brand stickers like they're in NASCAR. I especially don't understand the one guy I met with Glock and SIG tattoos on his forearms like Shaolin brands. Therapy. This was definitely when I first started to actually process events that traumatized me as a child. BCI I never realized how emotionally avoidant I was, so I found myself always talking about how great therapy is. Lol. I've gotten better with it but sometimes it's hard. BC it has been so life-changing for me and I feel like everyone should give it a try. Smoking weed. Military service. Ex-military service. Law enforcement. People who go on cruises and insist they were immersed in a culture rather than a slice of beach owned by the cruise line. Religion. Atheism. Fetishes aka AGP. Being gay. Past trauma. Riding a Harley. Yes, specifically Harley. Teenage youths who study history. Gaming. This is going to be an unpopular opinion but sexuality. My gosh, running around with pride flags and rainbows and expecting everyone to just come by yacht? That's great but who cares? It's nobody's business. I'm gay and I have never done that. Sleep with and love whoever you want. There's no need to make your sexuality your entire personality. They're relationships. This is applicable to just about anyone, but it's especially true with cis-hetero women. I know so many girls who simply cannot function without a boyfriend, and their true personality is a mystery, because it changes to fit each new guy. It's kind of sad, actually, because they don't even know themselves, their sexuality. Don't get me wrong, I have absolutely no issue whatsoever with LGBTQ and I'm pro-gay marriage. As long as it's between consenting human adults, I don't give a fuck who you find attractive. But your sexuality is just that, your sexuality. Don't make it your whole personality. Surely you've got more to offer. Drugs. I used to be part of a Discord server with quite the number of people with drug addiction. They would lurk and voice chat all day and the only thing they would talk about is which drugs they took, how much of it and things which could get you high. And they would do that for hours. Firearms. I get that you enjoy gun collecting, but don't share Christmas cards with you, your spouse, and your little kids holding guns. It's tacky and kind of disturbing. And stop coming to the grocery store with multiple pistols. It doesn't make anyone feel safe. Self-diagnosed illness, smoking weed, drinking alcohol, their favorite sports team athlete, favorite show, zodiac signs, crystals, being vegan, being anti-vegan, their sexuality. X200B. Just a short list of things I could think of at the top of my head. Music they listen to. Especially if it is one that has a subculture attached. Their political beliefs, the people that buy flags, t-shirts and stickers with slogans and such on them. Sexuality, just for the record, some heterosexual people do this too. Mental disorders. Sounds rude but these days all people can talk about is their autism or bipolar or whatever TF else they have. I got a handful too, but I don't talk about it. 25/8 It's annoying, yeah, the spreading awareness is good, but goddamn. Trans identity. Had a friend who passed from AE to AC and all of her life become, "Hey guys, I'm sure you all don't know I'm a girl," or, "Oh, that's happened to me, it's clearly because I'm trans." Lost a great friend. I have unfortunately seen people make doing sport, working out and or going to gym their whole personality. It's cringe at best, and at worst it gives fitness and healthy lifestyle bad rep because of these certain nut jobs. Gym, without any doubt. I see it affects kids because all they do is posing in the mirror and talking about what powders they take to improve. Older people are humbler and they have better bodies as far as I'm concerned. Crypto, yoga, being a parent, having had a taxpayer-subsidized job, police, firefighter, veteran, being the spouse of someone with a taxpayer-subsidized job, early tech adoption, and their preferred brand of automobile. Truck Jeep ownership, but especially the latter. It's a Jeep wouldn't understand. I've actually heard a Jeep owner use this phrase completely seriously and completely lacking in any irony or sarcasm. Weed, especially people on Tinder, I can't stand it, it's just so off-putting. I've been smoking weed for 10 years now, but I don't go around making my whole life personality about it, etc. It really grinds my gears. LGBTQ, etc. CrossFit. Sports. Religion. Politics. And last but not least, telling everyone about how to rescue pet. Did you rescue it from a burning building? No. Did you adopt it? Yes. Just say that in STFU. Being Sigma Inc., the amount of so-called Sigma I met hetero. It was funny when that started happening, now it's just annoying. If you're one of those Sigma, stop. It's cringe, stop. Their military service. I know a guy who spent 2 years in the Navy and was medically discharged. He can't go 15 minutes without mentioning that he's a veteran and making sure everyone knows it. Disliking something. Met someone the other day who hates avocados so damn much every conversation they did would come back to how different they were from most people cause they hated avocados, their cancer diagnosis. All the obvious caveats aside, having cancer memorabilia all over your car, your social media feed, your wardrobe, is obnoxious virtue signaling and pity trolling. I've had gay friends in the past and they just acted like normal people while openly being LGBTQ. But seeing gay men have their entire personality being gay and feminine is just cringe. Being child-free. Like, I get it, I don't want kids either and plan on never having any of my own, but I feel like too many people are getting weirdly obnoxious and militant about it. My Texas high school had a British club. I'm actually a British citizen, so I tried to join. Those people were nuts. They made Doctor Who and Sherlock their whole personalities, their identity groups, ideologies, and mental disorders or handicaps. It is understandable though. Which does not mean it is always right, or the best thing for their own good. Their sexuality. Why do I have to know who you like to sleep with when I first meet you? Can we talk about anything else besides your pronouns and your stance on gender norms? Going to the gym. Not sure if it only applies to the people I follow, but once they start going to the gym, their tweets, stories, etc. will now revolve about going to the gym. Some women mirror the person they are dating. That means their likes and dislikes and personality traits change depending on who they are dating. It's incredibly annoying. Their self-diagnosed mental illness. Also, they're oftentimes self-diagnosed autism. Especially when the situation doesn't even have anything to do with it in any way. Their sexual orientation. I don't care what gets you hard or wet, just enjoy it and leave me out of it, as long as you and I don't want to partake in it together. Parenthood. The minute someone becomes pregnant and has kids, it's my kid this and my kid that, or I have kids so I blank. Nobody cares that you're a parent. They destroy their car value with all the stupid political stickers too. If I see political stickers on cars, that is a red flag for me. Their sexuality, I don't know. It always makes me cringe when people make themselves interesting through oversharing what they like to sexually. Martial arts. I did Wing Chun kickboxing for many years. People who wear gym jerseys outside the dojo gym are just asking for someone to ask them. Veganism, vegetarianism. Seriously, why people have to talk about it all the time? You told me once, I don't need to get reminded every 10 seconds. Music they listen to, it's annoying as f. Especially those metalheads that think that if you listen to anything other than metal, you're a poser. As a lesbian, some people make their whole personality about being gay. You wouldn't personally know my sexuality unless I'm interested in you. K-pop groups. Can't even talk to my friend anymore without hearing twice when someone uses the word twice in a sentence. Jihyo this, Jihyo that. Having a beard. I know 5 guys who bought a beard-related domain name and got custom logo done as the beard guy they use for online profiles. Being vegan. You'll know within 5 minutes of meeting them that they are one, and how those who are destroying their body and the planet. Being in the LGBTQ community, not everyone does this, but some do, and it's annoying, coming from someone who's bisexual. Also zodiac signs. The number of potato jokes memes people send me makes me think that I've turned potatoes into my whole personality. So, potatoes, I guess. Being a moderator. Can't tell you how many resumes I've seen where people put the fact that they mod internet forums as work experience, recording everything on their phones. Like single-handling everything instead of putting the phone down and performing the action. It's so hard to find a middle-aged man to hang out with who doesn't disguise alcoholism as a very refined taste for craft brews. Hawaii. People make Hawaiian stereotypes their whole personality, which I think is doubly irritating. The tropical live, laugh, love. I made my disease into my whole personality. Well, I guess it did to some degree. I'm really shallow, so I got nothing else. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, aka ADHD. People use it nowadays as term for every single weird behavior they do. Complaining. There are people who are not happy no matter what. On a sunny day, they'll complain that there's too much sun. Smiley face. Their sex life. You are more than your sexual side. As a person, there are greater and better things to define yourself by. Ha ha. Neurodivergence. Although it was the other way around, my whole personality turned out to be just neurodivergence. Oh my god! People that grew up having big money and or are supposed to have big money, the socialite types. It's so weird.